Coach, if you just want to start with an opening statement, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, just proud of the guys. We've been trying to work on getting better each and every week, and knew how big this game was. We're 2-2 at home. Wanted to finish the seniors off with a winning record at home. Wanted our home crowd to make sure they saw more wins than losses. First non-ranked opponents, we have a winning record now. So just we're trying to. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have my parents out there.
We got 200 yards, you forget.
All right, Coach.
Come over. No, but I'm proud of the guys. I want to take my hats off to NAU. Those guys played their butts off. Case Cook is one of the best quarterbacks in the Big Sky history. And it's been fun to compete against him. If this is his last year, if not, would love and not like to see him here next year. But just really hats off to him and his great career. But proud of the guys that came through, that executed at the end. The offense carried us through the first 3 quarters. We trusted our defense in the fourth. They came through huge with a 4th down stop, forced a punt late, and then we were able to run the clock out with the offense, doing some great situational football. So excited, we're growing, we're learning, but yeah, it's a win, and we're excited to get the trophy back here in Cedar.
Coach, on that last drive, you get the ball back with I think it's like just under 4 minutes to go. You've been killing with the passing game, the short game, but also like the intermediate throws, but you decided to stick to the run there. What went to that game plan in that final 3 minutes there?
Trusting our O-line and trusting our defense. Felt like we can get the first, and if we don't, we felt like our defense was playing well at that time. But you got PJ and Zach, seniors that don't get a ton of credit after the game because they're O-linemen, and put it on their backs. And I can't think of a better way to close out a senior season at home and just run the ball down their throats and be able to put the game away like that. So I trust the O-line. I trust the running backs. He did a great job. He could have lasted 1 more second. We'd have to snap the ball, but he did a good job working the clock on that 3rd down. So yeah, just trusting the O-line, trusting the defense, and we felt like we can get the win both ways.
Yeah, and Zach, I mean, this being your last home game, what does this feel like for you?
Man, best feeling ever. I was just thinking, like, they asked me what was my favorite moment in SU history since I've been here, and I was saying when we won the championship, but it's definitely my new favorite moment in SU history, winning on senior day. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Duckett, like, when you get that handoff, that second to last play, what were you thinking? What was going through your mind there?
Ball security, first most important thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're just trying to run the clock out. So, they kept preaching, just doesn't matter whether we get the first down, we just need to waste the time. So, just run lateral, and, that's going to get the job done. Ball security, and that's all that matters.
Hey, Coach mentioned too, big time now, over 200 yards in one game. what were you seeing in the field through this NAU defense?
I'll give credit to them. They're a good defense, and, I just give thanks to my offensive line. I wouldn't be able to do anything without them, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, the play calling was great. And, I just thought I had to do this for them, you know what I'm saying? And just, I was, had to be patient. That was something I learned being here. I'm kind of like running kind of sporadic and different things, but, I was a lot more patient today. And they opened up the holes for me, and they really made it easy for me today. So, I love my line.
And Coach Chris Helbig played pretty efficient. I think only missed 5 passes. And what did you see out of him today? What was the X factor with his game today?
He's been doing that for a while now. I think we're one of the top teams in the Big Sky. We might be the best team completion percentage. But one of the things we talked about was not taking sacks. I think sometimes he holds on the ball to not have incompletions, and I thought he did a good job of getting out of there, making sure that he was getting across his line or just not taking any negative plays. But he's been good all year as far as being efficient and doing what the offense needs. And I thought he made quick decisions and did a great job at practice all week, and it carried over to the football game.
Yeah, and Zach, when it comes to the offensive line, there was only 1 sack, but I think he may have been like a blitz where they just got to him one time. But how did you feel out there defending that defensive line?
Overall, I think we really took care of business. They're a front that moves around a lot, so throughout the whole week we were practicing that, making sure we were just being assignment sound, and biggest thing, not leaning on them, because when you lean on people that move, you're probably going to get beat. So I really think the offensive line stepped up to that challenge, and we handled their movement pretty well.
For you guys, what was it like watching the defense close? There's that sack, that 3rd down sack, but also the 4th down goal line stand. What was it like watching that from the sidelines?
It's exciting.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That got me hyped.
And offense came back. I mean, it was 3rd and 7, and called a bootleg, and Chris did a great job of getting the ball quick out of the end zone. Landon came in with a huge catch. I mean, that was just as big as that last drive. We were able to kill some clock. We were able to flip the field. With Shanks had a great day today. He averaged 51 yards a punt. That was a big key to the game we had before the game, and he did a great job in the 4th quarter. But that bootleg was awesome, and that really took off another 2 or 3 minutes off the clock and really helped us win the game.
Yeah. And when it comes to the defensive, I guess the adjustments coming out at halftime, what did you guys talk about? What did you change up a little bit?
We wanted to slow down 18. Fisher made an emphasis of that, and made sure that he wasn't going to be able to go off as much as he was in the first half. And he had a couple more catches, but he had 151 for the game, and I believe he had 125 at halftime. So only 2 catches for 25 yards, and we wanted to make everybody else beat us, and they did that. And there was a couple guys that did beat us, but for the most part, he was the guy we wanted to stop, and we did a good job of doing that.
Yeah, and I know it kind of caps off a home slate of a disappointing season, but I mean, what's going through your mind now? I mean, I know, Thomas, you're coming back, and Coach, you got next year, but Zach, this is your last game, but what's kind of going through your head emotions-wise in that sense?
We talked about this one's for the seniors,
Yeah.
and the next one's for the future of the program, and we took care of business for that. And now we got a lot of guys coming back. We only had 9 seniors out there today, and Zach's the only senior that's played every single game. So there's a lot of football being played by some young guys, and to win 3 out of 4 would be huge at the end of the year. And going on the road, if they won, did they win today? Or Northern Colorado?
I haven't seen it.
They could be a ranked team because they were ranked the week before, right before they barely lost to Weber. So we're going to go play another tough opponent on the road, and we got to see if we're ready for it, because we're not ready for Montana State, and we get one more crack at this thing, and we got to make sure that we're ready for the future. I mean, our guys have been battle tested on the road, and now we got to see if we can go to a hostile environment and steal one from North Dakota.
Yeah, and when it comes to the defense and this stuff, I mean, this Northern Arizona team averaged like 36 points a game. You hold them below that. What kind of confidence is it giving your defense as you go forward?
Defense and offense, we keep talking about it's not scoring points is not on offense, all on offense, and stopping guys from scoring points is not all on defense. We got to work together, and special teams plays a role in that, and we just got to continue to fight. I mean, we're not going to play anybody better than Case Cook, because that dude is ridiculous. So we're glad that's over. Now we can relax, take a deep breath, and get ready for a really physical North Dakota team.
Zach, from your standpoint, what will be the biggest keys to make sure you guys carry this momentum to North Dakota next week?
I really think just have fun, celebrate, but we're moving on, and we're 1-0 this week. We got to go 1-0 next week. Having that mentality of we got to bring it every week. I feel like after Idaho State, we kind of relaxed a little bit, and that's why we went to Montana State and got killed over there. So we got to keep that mentality of just we're going to come out and do our best every single day. I think that will really help us.